Hey, welcome back to Mysterious Case. In this episode, we'll revisit the disappearance of Steven Cozzi. As always, wishing you a great day, and don't forget to support the channel with a subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below the video. Our videos are solely for informational purposes and always hope for positivity from you. Thank you. Now let's get started. On the morning of Tuesday, March 21st, 2023 in Largo, Florida, Steven Kazi, a 41-year-old attorney, began his workday as usual. He arrived at the Blanchard Law Office, where he had worked for 6 years, with a busy schedule, responding to emails, reviewing documents, and preparing for an important online meeting at 10:30 a.m. Steven left his phone playing music, wallet, keys, and laptop on his desk, suggesting he only intended to step away briefly. But this time, when he entered the building's shared restroom, it was the last time anyone saw him. Steven wasn't someone who would simply vanish. He was a dedicated attorney, a Stetson University law graduate specializing in labor and civil law. Colleagues described him as thoughtful, friendly, and always putting his clients' interests first. Outside of work, Steven was a loving husband, a reliable friend, fond of raising dogs, hiking, and spending time with family. His sudden disappearance shocked everyone who knew him. Jake Blanchard, the law office owner and Steven's close friend, immediately felt uneasy when he didn't return. When colleagues began searching, they realized Steven was nowhere in the building, yet his car remained untouched in the parking lot. Even stranger, when they checked the restroom, a pungent chemical smell, believed to be bleach, filled the air. A few small bloodstains overlooked on the walls and floor sent chills down everyone's spines. The Largo police were called immediately, and what they uncovered afterward turned the disappearance into a tense criminal investigation. Steven Cozzi, a man who seemed to have no enemies, had become the victim of something sinister. When the Largo police arrived at the Blanchard Law Office on the morning of March 21st, 2023, the atmosphere was already thick with anxiety. Steven Cozzi, a beloved attorney, had vanished during work hours, leaving everything on his desk as if he had only stepped away for a few minutes. But what sent chills through everyone was the unsettling signs in the building's shared restroom, where Steven was believed to have gone before disappearing. Upon entering the restroom, the police immediately noticed a pungent chemical smell, like bleach, permeating the space. Jake Blanchard, the office owner and Steven's close friend, had earlier reported strange stains on the walls and floor that looked like blood. Upon closer inspection, the forensic team discovered small bloodstains that had been overlooked, though it seemed someone had tried to clean the area. These stains were later confirmed through DNA testing to belong to Steven, turning the restroom into a potential crime scene. The police continued to examine the building, a shared office space with multiple entrances and exits, but, unfortunately, no indoor surveillance cameras. However, they found a camera outside the main entrance that captured footage of a man dressed in black, wearing gloves and carrying a backpack, entering the building at 8:30 a.m., just minutes before Steven arrived. About 2 hours later, at 10:22 a.m., the same man reappeared, pulling a heavily loaded cart covered with what looked like a red bag or blanket. Footage of the man struggling to lift the cart into the bed of a gray Toyota Tundra truck further raised suspicions. Another clue emerged when an employee from a neighboring office reported that, a week earlier, they had seen a man hiding in a utility closet near the restroom. Fingerprints found on the closet door added to the mystery. These findings led the police to believe that Steven's disappearance was not random, but the result of a carefully planned scheme. After uncovering disturbing signs in the Blanchard Law Office restroom, the Largo police knew Steven Cozzi's disappearance was far from simple. They quickly turned to technological leads, hoping to track down the mysterious man seen on surveillance footage. The camera outside the building's main entrance had captured a person dressed in black, wearing gloves, pulling a heavily loaded cart as they left at 10:22 a.m. on March 21st, 2023. The gray Toyota Tundra truck used by this individual became a focal point. The police utilized the license plate reader camera system employed by law enforcement, a powerful tool for tracking the Tundra's route. Just about an hour after leaving the office, the truck was recorded heading toward Tarpon Springs, not far away. What chilled investigators was footage from another camera. In the truck's bed, under the red bag or blanket, there appeared to be an object resembling a human body. This evidence left them nearly certain that Steven was no longer alive. Following the trail further, the police discovered that the Tundra arrived at a luxurious home in Tarpon Springs, owned by someone named Thomas Kasowski, also known as Tampa Bay Doctor. Through investigation, the truck was found to have been purchased in October 2022 with no official records. However, the seller provided information that helped police link it to Kasowski. Data from Kasowski's phone also became a critical clue. Location records showed his phone traveling from Tarpon Springs to Miami the next day, passing through Collier County, home to a large landfill. The police also learned that, just weeks before the incident, Kasowski had bought a red Toyota Corolla with cash, unregistered, and equipped with a license plate changing device. These details led police to suspect that Kasowski not only planned meticulously, but also tried to conceal his movements. With each piece of technological evidence pieced together, the picture of a dark conspiracy became clearer, and Thomas Kasowski emerged as the prime suspect. Thomas Kasowski, also known as Tampa Bay Doctor, is a prominent figure in cosmetic surgery in Florida. At 44, he boasts an enviable career. Graduating from the prestigious Dartmouth College, earning a master's degree from the University of New Mexico, and becoming a certified surgeon. Kasowski is renowned for his pioneering technique of using natural fat for breast and buttock augmentation. He resides in a $1 million mansion in Tarpon Springs and owns an apartment in Miami, where he frequently works. Beyond his medical expertise, Kasowski is a social media enthusiast. He regularly posts videos on YouTube and Instagram, showcasing successful surgeries and sharing glimpses of his glamorous lifestyle, attracting thousands of followers.
Hi Instagrammers, I just wanted to let you all know we hit 4,000 followers last night, which is awesome. Thank you so much for all your love and support. You guys mean the world to us. Please encourage, tag, let your friends know about us, because once we hit 5,000, we're going to have a huge party and a big giveaway here.
Kasowski was particularly sensitive about his public image. He once declared he would throw a grand party when he reached 5,000 Instagram followers, offering gifts like Botox or facials. However, this obsession with fame led him into trouble. In 2016, while working at the Largo Cosmetic Surgery Institute, Kasowski faced a serious issue. An insurance staff member was accused of mishandling payment claims, costing him tens of thousands of dollars and earning numerous negative online reviews. Kasowski claimed these reviews ruined his career. He left the institute, opened his own clinic in 2018, and decided to sue Largo and former colleagues for negligence and fraud. This lawsuit tied him to Steven Cozzi, the attorney representing the defendants. But Kasowski's actions before Steven's disappearance raised suspicions. A week prior, a nearby office worker reported seeing him hiding in a utility closet near the bathroom, where Steven later vanished. Additionally, Kasowski purchased an unregistered car, stockpiled cash, and owned a massive arsenal of over 200 firearms. Could this flamboyant doctor be concealing a darker side? To understand why Steven Kazi became a target, we must examine the lawsuit that pitted him against Thomas Kasowski. The conflict originated in 2016, when Kasowski was employed at the Largo Cosmetic Surgery Institute. He alleged that an insurance employee mishandled payment records, causing him financial losses and negative online client reviews. These reviews, Kasowski claimed, severely damaged his reputation, a matter he deeply valued. In 2023, he sued the Largo Institute and several former colleagues, seeking compensation for negligence, breach of contract, and misrepresentation. Steven Kazi, a lawyer at the Blanchard law firm, was assigned to represent the Largo Institute, making him Kasowski's direct adversary in the case. Though simply doing his job, Steven inadvertently stepped into a dangerous situation. The lawsuit was valued at approximately $15,000, a modest sum for a wealthy doctor like Kasowski. For him, however, it was not just about money but about honor and personal image. Those close to Kasowski described him as calm but highly sensitive when his reputation was threatened. The tension between the two men extended beyond the courtroom. In January 2023, just 2 months before Steven's disappearance, a heated argument erupted between him and Kasowski in a common area of the Blanchard law office. Multiple witnesses confirmed the incident, indicating their conflict had reached a boiling point. Moreover, Kasowski had visited the office several times for depositions, likely familiarizing himself with the building's layout, including the bathroom and nearby utility closet. Notably, Kasowski chose to represent himself in the lawsuit after clashing with his previous attorney. This decision heightened his stress as he faced Steven, a lawyer regarded as intelligent and dedicated. Could anger from the lawsuit have driven Kasowski to an extreme act? Or was there a deeper motive behind their conflict? These questions only deepen the mystery of the case. When Largo police traced clues from a Toyota Tundra to Thomas Kasowski's lavish Tarpon Springs home, they obtained a warrant to search his residence and vehicles. What they uncovered not only reinforced suspicions but painted a chilling picture of a meticulously prepared plan. In Kasowski's garage, investigators found bloodstains on the floor and in the Tundra's bed. DNA testing confirmed the blood belonged to Steven Cozzi, mixed with traces of Kasowski's DNA, suggesting he may have attempted to clean up evidence. Furthermore, police discovered a staggering arsenal in the house, over 200 firearms of various types. While Kasowski might have been a collector, the sheer number raised questions about his true intentions. But that wasn't all. Weeks before Steven's disappearance, Kasowski had purchased a red Toyota Corolla with cash, unregistered, and equipped with a license plate flipper. When stopped by police on March 25, 2023, he was driving this Corolla. Inside, they found a bag containing shocking items: $280,000 in cash, a mask, duct tape, handcuffs, a stun gun, blood-stained body armor, and a syringe filled with succinylcholine, a potent paralytic drug. These items clashed starkly with the image of a successful cosmetic surgeon. Police also examined Kasowski's phone data. Location records showed he traveled from Tarpon Springs to Miami, passing through Collier County, home to a large landfill. Another report revealed that a garbage truck camera had captured footage of a large trash bag falling out, appearing to contain a human body. Though Steven's body was never found, these findings heightened suspicions of Kasowski's direct involvement in the disappearance. How could a renowned doctor possess such items, and why was he so thoroughly prepared? These questions continue to haunt investigators. Based on the collected evidence, prosecutors in Largo, Florida, constructed a detailed theory about Steven Cozzi's disappearance, pointing directly at Thomas Kasowski. They allege that Kasowski, enraged by Steven's role in the Lafer Institute lawsuit, meticulously planned his murder. Prosecutors claim Kasowski went to the Blanchard Law Office on the morning of March 21, 2023, hiding in a utility closet near the bathroom, a detail supported by his fingerprints found there. When Steven entered the bathroom, Kasowski followed, attacked him, and possibly used a paralytic like succinylcholine to subdue him. Prosecutors believe Kasowski then dragged Steven's body out, using a cart, as captured on camera, and loaded it into the bed of his Toyota Tundra. He allegedly attempted to erase evidence with bleach, explaining the strong chemical odor and residual bloodstains. They further assert that Kasowski drove to his Tarpon Springs home, then to Miami, possibly disposing of Steven's body at a Collier County landfill or in the Everglades, an area notoriously difficult to search. They highlight his purchase of an unregistered car, stockpiling of cash, and possession of suspicious items as evidence of a premeditated murder. However, the case has its weaknesses. Steven's body has not been found, complicating efforts to determine the exact cause of death. Additionally, no witnesses saw Steven leave the building, and the camera footage only shows an unidentified man with an unclear face. Kasowski's motive is also debated. Would a $15,000 lawsuit drive a successful doctor to such brutality? Friends describe Kasowski as calm and deliberate, raising questions about whether something else fueled his actions. These uncertainties pose a significant challenge for prosecutors. How to convince a jury with only circumstantial evidence? The case, therefore, remains shrouded in unanswered questions. Steven Cozzi's disappearance wasn't just a shock to the police. It shook the entire Largo, Florida community. Known for his warmth and dedication, Steven left a lasting impression on those who knew him. As news of his disappearance spread, friends, colleagues, and family struggled to believe that someone as kind as Steven could face such a horrific fate. They gathered, seeking answers and clinging to increasingly faint hope. On March 29, 2023, just a week after the incident, the St. Petersburg Bar Association held a heartfelt memorial to honor Steven. Dozens of people, colleagues, close friends, and others, came together to share memories of him. Michael Montgomery, Steven's husband, stood before the crowd, heartbroken yet full of love. He spoke of Steven's intelligence, humor, and compassion, highlighting how he was always ready to help those in need.
One of the coolest things about this whole that's come out of this tragedy is that I've gotten to basically meet my husband again by seeing pictures that I didn't know existed and learning about things that I didn't know he did, and I'm incredibly grateful.
The Largo legal community also expressed deep respect for Steven. He was not only a talented attorney, but also an inspiring figure who prioritized justice and fairness. Many voiced anger and unease as the crime occurred in a supposedly safe space like a law office. A GoFundMe page set up to support Steven's family received overwhelming contributions, even from strangers, reflecting the breadth of his impact. Meanwhile, family and friends tirelessly prayed for the truth to surface. They sought justice for Steven, but the greatest pain was not knowing his whereabouts. With each passing day without finding his body, their grief deepened. Yet, memories of Steven's kindness and smile fueled their resolve to keep fighting for answers in an inexplicable tragedy. The Largo community remained determined to ensure Steven's story would not be forgotten. After his arrest on March 25, 2023, Thomas Kasowski was charged with first-degree murder in connection with Steven Kazi's disappearance. He is currently held without bail, facing the possibility of life imprisonment or even the death penalty if convicted. Kasowski's trial is scheduled to begin on April 17, 2025, and it promises to be a high-profile event, not only due to the case's severity, but also because of the surrounding legal controversies. Prosecutors are confident in their extensive circumstantial evidence: Steven's blood in Kasowski's home and truck, his fingerprints in the utility closet, camera footage of a man pulling a heavily laden cart, and the suspicious items found in Kasowski's Corolla. They argue this was a premeditated murder driven by Kasowski's resentment toward Steven over the Lafer Institute lawsuit. Prosecutors have declared their intent to seek the death penalty, emphasizing Kasowski's meticulous and cold-blooded preparation. However, the defense is not idle. Kasowski's attorneys urge the public to keep an open mind, stressing that their client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. They argue there is no direct evidence, no body, no witnesses to an attack, and unclear camera footage. In a surprising move, the defense once suggested Steven might have vanished voluntarily, though many find this theory unconvincing. They also question the motive. Why would a wealthy doctor risk everything over a minor lawsuit? These disputes are heating up the atmosphere ahead of the trial. Kasowski, who previously represented himself in the lawsuit, now relies on a professional legal team. Meanwhile, Steven's family and friends yearn for justice, but worry that the absence of a body could weaken the case. The upcoming trial is not just a legal battle, but an opportunity to unravel lingering mysteries, providing answers to a grieving community.
Camarino said a good strategy for the defense may be to plead guilty to get the death penalty off the table. Kasowski's attorney spoke to press after his client first appeared in court in March.
Keep an open mind. These are very, very serious charges. He's presumed innocent as he's currently sitting in jail. We're conducting our own investigation, and as it develops, we'll try to keep you updated.
In a motion to dismiss the case, Kasowski's attorney suggested Cozzi's disappearance may have been his own doing. The defense is stressing that Kasowski has not been convicted.
And he's presumed innocent despite the nature of the charges.
I was floored. I know Dr. Tom on a casual basis, have met him a couple times, chatted with him, socialized with him, and I'm just floored. I used to be a homicide investigator. I can't imagine what motive he would have to hurt anyone.
The disappearance of Steven Cozzi left a void not only in the hearts of his family and friends, but also across the Largo, Florida, community. Though Thomas Kasowski has been charged and his trial looms, many questions remain unanswered. Where is Steven's body? Was he truly killed in the Blanchard Law Office bathroom? Or did something else happen? The cameras didn't capture Steven leaving the building, and no witnesses saw him after he entered the bathroom. These details lead some to wonder if the story is more complex than the police narrative suggests. Another question surrounds Kasowski's motive. If he acted because of a $15,000 lawsuit, why would a wealthy doctor with a stellar career choose such an extreme path? Friends describe Kasowski as gentle and slow to anger, raising suspicions of hidden conflicts with Steven that the public doesn't know. Moreover, the sheer volume of suspicious items, cash, weapons, paralytic drugs, in Kasowski's possession suggests he might have been preparing for something beyond mere revenge. Despite the lingering mystery, Steven Cozzi's legacy endures. He is remembered as a dedicated attorney who fought for justice and helped those in need. His husband, Michael, finds solace in stories from friends and colleagues, feeling as though he reconnects with Steven through their memories. The Largo community continues to hold memorials, from fundraisers to gatherings celebrating his kindness. Many pledge to live more compassionately, helping others as Steven did, to honor his memory. This case is not just a tragedy, but a reminder of life's fragility. As Kasowski's trial approaches, the world awaits whether justice will be served and if the mystery of Steven Cozzi's fate will be resolved. Whatever the outcome, Steven's smile and compassion will remain a guiding light for those who loved him. As for my thoughts on the case, it's a deeply unsettling puzzle. The circumstantial evidence against Kasowski, blood, fingerprints, and his suspicious preparations, is compelling. Yet the lack of a body and direct witnesses leaves room for doubt. The motive feels incomplete. A minor lawsuit seems an unlikely trigger for such calculated actions from someone of Kasowski's stature. It's possible there's more to their conflict we don't yet understand, or even external factors at play. The truth remains elusive, and I hope the trial brings clarity for Steven's loved ones. What do you think about the case? Are there any details that stand out to you or theories you'd like to explore? Let's discuss. Stay safe and cherish those around you.